What's up? I tried to upload this video with the quick cam upload thing, and there was no sound. So let's do this again. First, we have two policy statements. The first one is I've noticed this has happened twice. I've seen Boxy, the name Boxy, on my channel in the comments on the videos, whatnot. For those of you who are not aware of who, I guess a better term would be what Boxy is composed entirely of Gaia and Fail, and she exists solely to bring cancer and AIDS to my life. I don't need that shit. I will block you. Confine that to whatever board has not yet ostracized you for talking about Boxy. I hate it. Okay? It needs to die. It's unfunny. Second policy statement, I guess not really well, I guess it is. The last 15 or so trolls I have blocked have been Confederal Socialist drones. I know this because they only have 1 or 2 or 3 friends, and all of them, or at least one of them, is Confederal Socialist or one of his other accounts. These accounts have seen a shit ton of videos and whatnot, so I'm not accusing, I want to make this perfectly clear, not accusing Confederal Socialists of sock puppetry. What I am accusing these people of is that a lot of some, I need to be proper with this, of Confederal Socialist subscribers are completely brainwashed drones who will do this shit to whatever, and I've seen it before with other people's channels. But let me make my position on this perfectly clear. I am not accepting of someone who's going to spam somebody. If I found out one of my subscribers is spamming somebody I have debates with incessantly, I will block them. And actually, I have done this before, and I do not tolerate the posting of untrue and slanderous shit on my channel unless it has some amount of validity. And I'd hope that Confederal Socialists would do the same. The thing about these trolls that's funny to me is that they don't have any content. Most of the anarchists who come and annoy me on a fairly constant basis have content. It's tired, overused content. Not all of them, but a lot of them. It's tired, overused content, but content nonetheless. Therefore, I do not block them. But these drones of Confederal Socialists are not. They don't even have content, which means they're dumber than I am. And they're dumber than Confederal Socialists is. You're not smarter than we are. That's why you are like parasites. And you latch on to people who are smarter than you. So, I almost take it as a compliment. But if you're going to troll me, make your first insult worthwhile. We've covered that I'm fat, okay? This has been covered. I mean, that's classic shit, alright? I can deal with that. But the point is, try to be more original. Anything, just for originality's sake, just to make my day a little bit more worthwhile, because you're going to get blocked the first time. So make it worth your fucking time, because you won't get a second chance. I would recommend that you come up with some sort of argument against me, so that I don't block you. Alright? That's my recommendation to you. And now I feel I have to do this at least every 2 weeks, just to remind everyone, just so that no one forgets, because I feel that it's a serious issue. These threats of violence against the president in particular are unacceptable and are going to lead us to ruin should anyone act upon them. And I'm not so naive to think that no one is considering it. I don't want to contemplate the results of someone harming the president or his family. These sorts of threats are not acceptable toward anyone. No politician, regardless of party or political alignment, is this acceptable. It wasn't acceptable against George Bush, and it is not acceptable against Obama, and it carries a double. It's worse because all the presidents are accused of being, dictators and fascists. This has happened for a very long time to all of them, for one reason or another. But this being our first black president carries the weight of racism behind the threats. And what's worse to me is not even, Yokel Bob making his comments. And I know not all these people that make these comments are from the South. You do not have to be from the South to be a redneck. Trust me, I live in Michigan. I've met my fair share. But it's the comments that come from politicians that concern me, because there's usually a higher standard for behavior and etiquette that just seems to be completely ignored. And it is not acceptable for anyone. It would not be acceptable if a Democrat did it. It's not acceptable if a Republican does it. And unfortunately, for anyone trying to keep up the image of the current incarnation of the Republican Party, it is the current incarnation of the Republican Party that is spewing hate and violence. And that is a fact that you cannot get around, no matter how much you try to convince yourself otherwise. So, I urge you to look out for this shit. Pay attention to it. Call people on their bullshit. I'm not a fan of it. And somebody from Texas, I think it might have been the governor, but I don't know. If it was the governor, then my mind is completely blown. But some fairly prominent politician in Texas was talking about secession or something. 4 years ago, it was all about being an American and not being un-American. And now it's cool to talk about secession. Where the fuck was I? I think Texas should secede, and then we'll place a blockade and an embargo upon their nation and starve them all to death. And when everyone in Texas is dead, we will make it into a theme park or something. And I know not everyone from Texas feels this way, and if you are someone who doesn't feel the way that this gentleman does, I recommend that you do something about it, like not voting for him again and speaking up. So that's my statement. That's my bi-monthly statement of disgust and outrage at the current state of political rhetoric. On a, I suppose, lighter note, I'm going to do another question and answer video, because it's been about a month and a half-ish since I did one. I will try to make this one shorter, i.e. I won't answer questions I've already answered. Unless the answer is changed. So if you've asked a question before, try not to ask the same question. If nobody wants to ask questions, don't ask questions. Don't feel compelled. If I don't get enough questions, I won't do the video. This is not a requirement. I'm not so egotistical to think that 2,000 people even want to ask me questions. But if you do, go for it. I will do another Dear Fat Ass. I know I said that before, but I will do one, let's say, on Sunday. If I haven't answered your question yet, your Dear Fat Ass, please resend it. And if you want me to answer one, please send it to me. Like I said, I'll do this shit on Sunday. Address that Dear Fat Ass. Send that via PM, not in the comments. I will not answer it. The questions, on the other hand, you can put in this in the comment section of this video. Also, I may do blog TV on Saturday, though I'm not sure. If I do, I will tell you, I will confirm this tomorrow. So no guarantees. And I don't know if I can get anyone to show up. We'll find out. So I'll fucking talk to you folks later.